everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Simple Woods Life. Miss Lady and J-Dog, the J-Man.
J-Dog? J-Dog. No one calls you that.
Do you like coffee, kids? I've been saving my coffee grounds the last few mornings. Because Miss Lady told me to, I don't know why. Oh yeah, No Mow May.
For tomato.
Oh.
These asparagus run deep.
It's finally the day. The day is here. We're gonna plant what is left of the vegetables that we have living in our laundry room. We were gonna do this last weekend, had a bunch of frost warnings, but we've gone a full week with nothing. It's 30 degrees. In fact, Ms. Lady was talking to her father. It was 35 degrees where he is. Never seen it before in his whole life.
Okay, stop. We all know that that wasn't true.
That's what he said.
Look at this.
This is asparagus from last year.
It just regrew, but it doesn't look edible. We didn't really like it anyway. It's not going in the garden this year, so I'm gonna go ditch this somewhere.
We'll throw it in the meadow.
Imagine the seeds and then we have wild asparagus.
Ooh, wild asparagus.
Is that a thing?
Les Stroud would probably eat it. I was up at the garden center this morning and I picked up 4 bales of whatever it is that I was supposed to pick up. It's heavy.
Is it Aperol Spritz time?
I promised Miss Lady that when we're done this, we're not even going to worry about the potatoes or the squash or the corn.
No, you can do that tomorrow while I'm stepping.
Yeah, you'll be out on a lake with your friends. Maybe you'll forget how to do it and you'll fall.
I've never fallen. Very balanced.
I don't know, she told me that we got to put this with the coffee.
No.
Make the tomatoes like this.
You want to put this with the coffee?
No, with the tomatoes.
Yeah, get your words straight.
Oh, I am a tomato.
You've lost your mind. That's not making it in the video, is it? You're gonna watch that.
All in the video.
Why are you?
All right, let's load this tractor, lawn tractor trailer up, and we'll get to gardening.
Aperol Spritz.
And then we're gonna have Aperol Spritz.
It doesn't feel like a two-person job.
Doesn't it?
No, it feels like a one-person job.
Yeah. It's quite heavy. But I'm a tough sumbitch.
So we planted asparagus last year, just trying to see what would happen. Then we didn't eat it. It didn't really grow very well. But I think that these are asparagus roots. Because if you saw earlier in the video, we had these giant, tall asparagus looking things, but they were super long. And these came out from underneath that. So I'm gonna get those out of here, make sure there's no other errant weed roots, and then we'll put the other new soil on top so we can start planting. I thought I had done all the weeding. I didn't realize that this was underneath the surface.
Something's been digging in there.
Possibly.
Sasquatch. Is it okay to just have this? Should we not have manure and...
This is professional growing mix.
It's professional growing mix. A couple of amateurs.
It's good because it helps keep things well drained. I'm sure by next year we'll have more opinions on what we need to do, but this is what we used last year.
There's a 76 to 85% sphagnum peat moss, perlite, and dolomite.
Yeah, that's good for square foot gardening.
Wasn't dolomite?
That thing that we had to buy at the old house?
No, wasn't that like a 1970s dolomite?
Dolomite is my name, and f***ing up motherfuckers is my game.
No.
Dolomite.
I'm waiting for Dolomite.
For who? Dolomite.
It's got dolomites.
keep saying it doesn't mean anything.
I've got an all-girl army that knows what to do. They're fox as hell and practice kung fu. Ah!
Dolomite.
Dolomite.
It's toasty out here.
Yeah, she's a warm one.
You have sunscreen on?
Yeah,
Backing your neck?
yeah,
Doubtful.
yeah,
I'm not hearing a very confident yeah.
yeah.
No.
We're both doing this really quite wiped. I don't know what was going on last night, but the dog would not let us settle down.
No.
There was something outside. I checked the trail cams. There's nothing on them.
I heard it though. There was something walking around back there.
We had a lot of whitetail up at the house, so maybe it was just one of them.
Why do you keep messing up my side?
What do you mean?
I did this already.
Oh. Huh.
Put that shit on me, Ricky Bobby. Why are we doing this at 2 in the afternoon? It's really hot. It's hot. Didn't somebody say something about Aperol Spritzes? Did you see any of the articles about the Pete's last night?
Pete's fought and fought and fought, and they finally were defeated last night by Seattle, but geez, they ever play a great game. They're done. They're done.
I saw the saddest thing. They were talking about it. One of the players, I think it was Spearing, was like, we'll never play together again. I'm
Yeah.
like, that is so sad.
Dave Bautista will never be in the Guardians of the Galaxy again.
Good for him.
Huh? Good for spearing. If you're going to talk about the impact of spearing versus Drax,
Okay, we're talking about a kid who's been playing with anyway.
Dave Bautista is not a kid.
No, that's why I'm saying it's kind of sad for these kids that played together all season.
Oh, because Dave Bautista won't be around anymore?
Why are you talking about Dave Bautista when he's dead? Also, we don't know Dave Bautista.
I know Dave Bautista. Check out these bad boys. We've discussed growing from seed our tomatoes, but these things, if you know where to go, and we're not telling you, they sell these monsters for like 12 bucks. That's 15 bucks maybe?
$18.
Are they up to 18 now? Whatever. They're incredible. So we got 2 of them. We did like 4 the first year, and then we ended up making a ton of pasta sauce because we just like fresh tomatoes. But this should be enough. Mm-hmm. And this is what the coffee's for?
Yeah. So when we dig the hole, we're supposed to sprinkle coffee grounds and like mix it in. It's good for the acidity.
The acidity. Okay.
That's what I read that somewhere.
So where do you want these?
I think we want them like
Front and
here
center?
and here. I mean, we can put something small in the
Do
middle.
some marigolds in the middle or something?
Something, yeah. See how it goes. Give them some good space to expand.
Yeah.
Oh, my little shovel is behind you there.
I'm hoping 2's enough. Did you put coffee in here? Oh, you did. So this coffee thing, well, I ran it through the old Googler there because Miss Lady was going on about it, and I guess it turns out coffee grounds contain around 2% of nitrogen and variable amounts of phosphorus and potassium. And those are core nutrients vital for our tomato plant's growth. Now, the thinking is, or the theory is, that as the coffee grounds decompose, they'll release those nutrients into the soil, making those available to the plant. I guess kind of like a free fertilizer. So here we are.
So this one will definitely have coffee grounds. I think you might have scraped the coffee grounds out like that. So we'll see which goes better. A little A/B testing.
Oh, there's still coffee grounds in here.
Ooh, maybe.
I didn't put it on the other side of the world.
Hi. Oh, my hair looks crazy.
Just What are you saying? 4, 4, 4, 4?
It's 1 plant per foot. So you can kind of get like, this is a little less than a full 2-foot span. So you can kind of do like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you just gotta make sure they're spaced out nicely. They like room to breathe.
It's cute when they say full sun. Like, do they know what they're asking for?
That guy looks pretty sad, eh?
Yeah, we got one really sad looking jalapeno and one really sad looking
That might be okay though.
pepper.
He might bounce back okay. So I think we can do all the beans in here, or peas in here.
I can build another one for the peas, or the beans.
Do peas want to grow up?
Yeah, don't they?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah, that's what these little twinkly wangers are for.
It's crazy in here. We need the leaf blower.
Yeah.
Huh? A little aggressive.
That's shower.
Yeah, but you're on full blast. All your plants were starting to fall over. You don't even have it on now. Just put it. Do you want me to do it? Okay, you're being.
I hope nature never...
Yeah, well, let them settle. Myself really dirty.
Well, since you're watering, you get to officially open the garden.
Aw, you should do it.
No, you're opening the garden. That's day one.
Is it Aperol Spritz time?
And now it's Aperol Spritz time. And we still have to plant the potatoes and the corn and everything else, but why can't we do that right now, Ms. Lady?
It's Aperol Spritz time. Or is that not the reason?
That's...
Do you have a different reason?
Nope, I'm pretty sure that's the reason.
We planted the we planted all the vegetables finally in the upper raised garden, including strawberries, beans, all the peppers, tomatoes, cucumber, peas. No beans. Did we get any beans? No. Yes, one bean plant. So all that stuff is done. It was not that hard, but took a long time. It's just one of those time-sucking things. Tomorrow, I'm going paddleboarding, so Jason's going to finish the new raised garden beds. That'll be for squash, potatoes, corn. We're very late getting started on some of these things this season. Just
And yet, very early.
And yet early, but the growing season, I mean, corn, it's not going to grow a few feet in a month. It's supposed to be
Knee-high by...
4th of July.
Right.
So we'll see. But we'll plant and we'll see what happens. The squash is still out there, so more to come. But a good day. Feels good to have that out of the laundry room, so we're not walking into a jungle any longer. And yeah, super excited to just have that chore over. And now we just gotta water it. Oh, and I may have mentioned a few times it was Aperol Spritz time. It's Aperol Spritz time. Doop.
everybody. I'm not gonna say good morning. I've been going since this morning. Sunday, absolutely beautiful day. Ms. Lady went out. Her hockey injury is finally at a point where she can sort of participate in real life. So she packed up the truck with her sup and she went out and did a little paddling this morning. And I went to the back lot and I started hand bombing the chores that I should have done a couple videos ago. If you recall, I filled up one of the raised garden beds with topsoil, and I was going to go out and do the next off camera. I never actually made it, but I did it this morning. And I figured out that this is a 10P trailer, which holds, when mounded, 10 cubic feet and 27 cubic feet in a yard. And when all was said and done, each one of these gardens took 3 trailer fulls, so a yard per, so 3 yards in total. I'm back in the woodlot. That'll be 3 yards, hand bombed with this shovel of topsoil here, bringing it up to the garden. And Miss Lady's out paddleboarding. Miss Lady always says, we don't need a tractor. We don't need a tractor on our property. Meanwhile, I'm hand bombing all this stuff, you know? I'm the one out cutting trails by hand. I suppose from a cardiovascular stance, yeah, we don't need a tractor, but I remember one time I rented a skid steer to flatten out the woodlot. It was all air conditioned and I had a coffee holder. We don't need a tractor. Because we did so much with our topsoil, we're at a decent spot, and we bought too much of our professional growing mix that I don't really want it to sit around all winter. So we're gonna use it. The topsoil, I bought 330 liters just from a garden center. If I didn't put as much topsoil in the gardens, we would have needed it. But I did, so we don't. I'm gonna get these gardens going, bro. Pumpkin. All of the delicious squash, potatoes, and corn. Jack-o'-lanterns. Squash, squash, potatoes, and corn. Pumpkin. Miss Lady makes squash ravioli. So much corn and potatoes. That's northish. So we're gonna have The squash follow the sun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build kind of a sort of a lean-to frame. Like imagine if I was just leaning skids up on their side, but it doesn't look so hobo. I'm going to rip some 2x6 in half, build a little frame, and then throw a couple of deck boards across it, rip them in half, throw a couple of deck boards across. And then what we do is we put marigolds here. So the squash is growing up pointing north, and then the marigolds, theoretically, according to what I've learned, they're going to protect it from those things like the squash. So now I got four 8-foot pieces, and then I got an 8-foot piece times 2 of this sweet trim, which I can use to build a little bean trellis. Huh? Bean trellis. And it smells so cedary delicious. So I'm kind of messing around here that if I come 16 out, right, because the inside of our box is 41. I want room for the squash to grow, and I also want lots of room for the marigolds. So if I come out 16, right, which will be about there, and I pitch my wall up, oh geez, I don't know. Yeah, I think these things can grow vertically, right? If I pitch that up to 32, that will put me at about a 70-degree angle. I came around here to say, hey everyone, look, it's Miss Lady, but Miss Lady is hiding over there. Miss Lady doesn't feel good. Oh, don't feel good. Oh. Last week I had the biggest nasal schnozzler effect with the sore throats and everything. I think it might have been malaria.
That's not malaria.
Probably leprosy with a touch of the vid. All the tests came back negative, but...
Just a head cold.
Now she's got it. So, she's trying her best to help, but, you want to plant some lettuce? No? Okay. Look at the sky, isn't that weird?
It's really weird.
Not supposed to rain.
When I woke up in the den, it almost looked like the sky was like yellow.
Yeah.
Like everything is a weird yellow hue.
It's Miss Lady. She doesn't feel good, but she's out here. She's planting some lettuce. We got some lettuce today. We got some lettuce. We bought it at a garden center. We got some lettuce. It was cheaper than the grocery store, believe it or not. We also picked up the world's most insane marigolds, because marigolds are a pest protector for the tomatoes. And we picked up these marigolds. I hope that they repel everything, including dementors, because they are the most beautiful marigolds I think anyone's ever seen. Look at those!
They're awesome.
Look at them!
Antigua mix.
I
And they're
wanna
so
take it on the Kokomo. That tomato's starting to turn.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I told you, these plants will do great. I'm gonna trim off.
Plants are looking a little rough because they had to live in a laundry room, but we're gonna get there. Anywho, I'm gonna go cut some boards to 32 inches high, and we'll see where we net out. We got our back frame figured out. Now I gotta put a little line down for the front frame. Oh, those are cute.
One little guy might, I don't know how he'll do. He has no leaves, but he's there.
Where's that?
Right there.
Oh.
This is all of our pumpkins. We bought probably too many, but a couple of them looked a little sickly, so we just got them all. We'll see what catches. This little guy had no leaves, but I planted him anyway.
What kind of pumpkins?
These are our jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. So we'll see how well they grow, but I'm super excited to grow our own pumpkins and then carve them this fall. Other things we planted today, romaine, 4 heads of romaine, 4 heads of, I think they called this salad lettuce. So I'm just gonna call it, yeah, salad bowl lettuce, just green leafy greens. So we'll be able to eat from those all summer long and we'll be good. So that's it for today. And our pretty marigolds, which are supposed to be good for tomatoes. And I started pruning the tomatoes a little bit since we've got some dead leaves. These are our strawberries. So I know strawberries should be able to grow year over year. We'll probably want to move these later. But for now, let's see how they do back here. And just 3 little strawberry plants to try them out because I never had strawberry plants before. Aren't these so fun? They look like little fireworks.
Are they too close together?
Nah, they should be fine.
I've taken deck boards and I've ripped them into 3s. 1 3/4 inch now. We'll attach this. It's a fancy skid. That's all I'm building. 3 feet. We'll say 32. That I got inspired from was a skid, a couple of skids on a 4, no, it was 1 skid on a 4x4. I don't want skids in the backyard, so I made it out of cedar. It's nice, it's lovely, looks good. I'll plant the squash in front and then some marigolds in the back, because I guess whatever loves squash hates marigolds. We're almost done gardening. I think we're going to call that a pretty damn successful day. Pumpkins, squash, all the Hügelkultur garden planted. Tomorrow we'll do the potatoes and corn. What's happening today, everybody? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's Tuesday, and we're gonna get these taters in the ground and some corn. Don't have a lot of faith in my peaches and cream corn, given that we've waited this long to plant it. Quick update, the air quality is where we are. We've had some decent enough periods of weather where it hasn't been too bad, but the wildfire smoke, we woke up Monday morning, my first thought was, who's having a campfire? And then I realized it was the wildfires. So that's kind of crazy how far that smoke has traveled. And to the folks in the US, on behalf of Canada, we apologize. We do have maple syrup, so we'll make this right. Anyway, end of the day, a couple of really crazy days. Been trying to sort of stay inside as much as possible. I'm not smelling the smoke now the way I was yesterday, but they're saying we're in for this for the next few days anyway. I was going to come out earlier, but in the front meadow we had 2 of our deer just kind of tooling around in the brush there. And today I realized one of them was a male. I had never seen the spikes before, but good 1-inch spikes. I noticed the face was different. But, I mean, I just figured the trail cams don't take the greatest of shots. But, no. Alright, let's get this going. I was also worried about the state of these things, but I spoke to a few folks, and they were saying they've planted potatoes that were moldy, and they still grew. So we're gonna do what we can do. I mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out. So from what I understand, 10 to 12 inches apart, 3 to 4 inches deep. They say 12 to 18 inches this way. I mean, I'll do what I can. Sorry if you can hear a fan going on. This lady's making a nice white chicken chili. Yeehaw! We certainly do not have the summer weather we have been experiencing. That might not be the prettiest. I think we can go with that though. Just so I know. Yeah. Okay. I feel like this is one of those tasks that as I learn more, I'll never be this careful again.
I'm at the only point in making that meal that you get to take a break, waiting for it to boil.
Right.
And it's to boil for 15, so I set a timer and thought I'd come up and get some air with you.
Oh. Well, I left the company. I guess that's it, eh?
That's what's left, eh? Yeah.
Well, they say 10 to 12 inches apart.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably move them all a little bit closer.
Yeah. They're about 10 inches, yeah.
Oh no.
Did you lose it?
Almost. I don't know. Is this kind of in the right way to sort of maybe kind of do it? Have any tips you can throw in the comments section? Because I don't know, that feels like I should be hilling some of these already. I feel like this is a learning curve waiting to happen, eh? 2-inch seed depth, 4-inch seed spacing, 12-inch plant spacing. Not sure what that's about. And I do worry about how late in the season we are planting these. We were going to do these in the lodge from seed, but then with the amount of frost warnings we got, we were like, well, let's hold off. Because we can save the seeds, you know. Can't save the plants. So, from what I've read on potatoes, tubers aren't supposed to be exposed to the sun, right? So I have to Google it, do a little more reading. I know you're supposed to hill them with just a bit of leaves showing up. And I'm not having a lot of luck hilling with the amount of dolomite and everything that I've got in here. So I'll pick up a couple more bags of triple mix or something tomorrow. But yeah, like, what's the deal? Am I hilling just to have like a little bit showing or a lot showing? Like, I don't know. So I want to make sure I'm not being aggressive with the rain, as the hurricanes, tsunamis, floods, wildfires, tornadoes, all of those examples have shown us Mother Nature's certainly not aggressive, so I won't be either. Must have been a firefighter in a previous life, because it's in my very nature to turn this to 100, two-hand, and blast it. We've got the gardens planted, finally. We're hella late on the corn. I think I've lost the cucumbers. The beans and peas are, well, they look like they're, you know, they're in the emergency ward. Let's just put it that way. Peppers are doing great. The tomatoes are okay. We'll see what happens with the squash and the pumpkins. We'll see what happens with the corn, if I've planted it way too late or not. I mean, they say on the package, right, like after the first frost, which was, I guess by that logic, I'm about a week late. That's where we are. That's where we're at. And, man, Ms. Lady said it best, right? That was not a lot of work, but that was a lot of work. So, all we can do now is be vigilant, diligent, vigilant? Be vigilant in our watering routine until these guys get themselves rooted, and we'll go from there. Well, it wouldn't be the last shot of the video if I didn't get water on myself. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Liking, subscribing. Welcome to all the new folks. Awesome to have you aboard. Those who like, thank you. Those who don't like, consider it. It feels good. It's a good feeling. It's a rush of endorphins. Would really appreciate anybody who can chime in on my potato conundrum. Not, you know, buddy, you planted those all wrong, you're gonna die. Just, oh yeah, hill those up, or dude, those are fine. I'm also gonna give it the old Googler. Next video, we're gonna see if we can't get Big Papa going. We've got, you know, this tinner and all the supplies to get her up and rip-roaring, so we can get out there, have a little bit of fun, cast some lines. One of my favorite cats says we can catch ourselves a couple of fat sallies.
How you doing?
Glook. Oh, fish on! Let's start working on that. It's a simple, dead simple. Like, if you know anything about wiring, the next video is just going to annoy you as I struggle through the very basics of, you know, what was that Limp Bizkit, Snoop Dogg?
Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light.
That's basically all I'm trying to do, guys. You know? Anywho, that's all. Anybody that's affected by the wildfire, oh my sweet God, I hope that, you know, you're keeping safe, your family's safe. Any of us that are affected by the smoke, close your windows and friggin' deal with it. And anybody that is as sick as my wife, I absolutely feel for you. That sucks. I had it a week ago, and it was rough. But, oh, geez, there go, pow, pow. But, watching her go through it, I don't care for it. I kind of wish I could be like, well, I'll take it back for another week. Anywho, that's it, that's all. This is Jay from Simple Woods Life, wishing you happy things that are relevant to this video, and we'll talk to you as soon as humanly possible.